All right, so this is the Happy Holiday Friday, so-called November 14th, 2025 CE, Boondock Saints, first responders. And we're dealing with our SOP manual. We're compiling favorite Magi, Saint Magi. We're here. Commission, like we said, you coming back? Commission, Interfaith, commissioned by the Interfaith Court Sheriff's Office, right? We did our history starting out in during the planned pandemic in Miami Beach, Florida, South Beach, actually, and carrying on up through the coronavirus times and afterwards. Pardon me. And so we were all serving as MAMA at the time, Moorish American Medical Association. And we were wearing our smocks and what do you call it? Scrubs. Mm-hmm. We had on our scrubs and everything. And we were dealing with our MAMA protocol, all green scrubs and black turbans and stuff. And we were in our RV unit owned by the Moorish Science Temple of America. And we were doing open mic paradise. So we had basically partnered up with a couple brothers from Biscayne, Miami. Dennis Crespo. Yeah. And let me see. Steve and Dennis both we partnered with them and their company Blue Label, and we ran the Miami Interfaith Retreat. So that was our interfaith chaplaincy that we did out there in Miami. It was a very nice compound. Yeah, very nice compound in Biscayne. And so through that Miami Interfaith Retreat and the Miami Interfaith Chaplaincy, we had our MAMA, Moorish American Medical Association, partner with them. We helped them build their site up and their compound up as an interfaith chaplaincy. They were already kind of housing people that came from all different countries, and they would house them for months at a time in lovely Biscayne. And so we helped them convert all the way over to nonprofit status. And through that, we got a contract with Miami-Dade County called Open Mic Paradise, where we did our open mics, interfaith open mics at South Beach Regional Library. And so that was the start of what became the Boondock Saints. It was right there during the coronavirus when we were doing our work in Miami, Florida. And so through that, pandemic hit, we were instantly first responders. We're the only ones who were allowed on the road besides the police after 8 p.m. There was shutdowns. I don't know if you remember all the curfews they had nationwide in the first couple months of the coronavirus. Because remember, the coronavirus came out supposedly like March 20th, 2020, like on that date, like some stuff like that. So after that was like, months worth of corona, so we was out there as first responders on the streets. And so now, that's the history. Our duties are we dealing with public health crises like the corona pandemic, right? And as first responders, we're dealing with mental health first aid. All right, mental health first aid is all the steps that you need to help a person mentally, emotionally, and really, talk them down off a ledge, so to speak, if possible. You're not a professional negotiator, right? Nothing like that. Maybe not a psychiatrist by trade, but the mental health first aid is what's going to help stabilize them possibly until professionals reach there, right? People having episodes, whatnot. And especially as they are thinking that things is the end of the world, Chicken Little, sky is falling. So they're thinking that if the government shut down, it means that they, no food stamps means, as people get fearful, we have to help manage those expectations, but also those episodes. And we dealing with natural disasters, recovery assistance, just like any other first responders. And Boondock Saints is patterned after our Moorish National Guard. You know what I'm saying? And our Moorish National Guard is the men's auxiliary for the Moorish Americans, for us sundry free Moors from any grand body administration or lack thereof, who has actually been nationalized and a member of our free Moorish society here in Northwest Mexham, Greater Northwest Mexham, North Gate, aka misnomer North America. And so Moorish Americans, Moors from all walks of life, can serve in the Moorish National Guard. Our Boondock Saints is a portion of our Interfaith Court, so that's why it is filled with other faithful believers of Christ, of the Buddha, of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and all the people in the front of our nationality call all those holy and divine prophets. Those faithful believers and parishioners can join Boondock Saints as faithful missionaries and get your training. And so that is our version of our real activated Salvation Army. You see, the Boondock Saints is our first responders. Saints go marching in, Salvation Army, boots on the ground, National Guardsmen for the army of the Lord. See, so that's what this is. So that's what natural disasters recovery assistance also includes giving out some supplies. They have to have a stockade, a cache of basic supplies and foods and MREs and things and dry meals and pemmican and different indigenous turkey jerkies and everything else, and dried fruit processed and things that can sustain nourishable items. And teaching that process to the other saints and to the community. That would be the workshops that you give out. Every month we would do different survival techniques. We hire those brothers and sisters that are part of Boondock Saints. They come and volunteer and get an education. But also sometimes the Boondock Saints will partner with some other people, survivalists, and have them come in like every other unit and have them train the trainers. And they'll teach us, how to do, like do the special forces, military, anything. And them come in. Military have special kung fu people come in and train the soldiers. They're not those people are not in the military. They're just from Japan or wherever they're from, the jungles of Congo or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And so we'll do the same thing with those supplies and all that and get donations. But also a part of that natural disasters release. Another aspect is that we do peaceful protests, and we do peaceful protest support. So we often get looked at as a peaceful protest, even though we're not meaning to be peaceful protests as Boondock Saints. A lot of times the Boondock Saints will assemble where somebody has a court case that's a member, or somebody that has hired us, or has a prayer for relief in our court. And we'll receive that prayer. And then we'll say, we need to help this faithful soul. And so 1,000 saints may show up. As far as the outside world is concerned, they may feel like that's a dang peaceful protest because we're being peaceful. We're only there giving out literature, talking, and, just being silent. Who knows? But that peaceful protest, just us assembling with that much strength, people would look at it as a protest. Back in the day when Asiatics used to assemble, they would get scared and make it illegal. They called it loitering laws. Just with you standing around building, ciphering. See what I'm saying? So they don't want the brothers that much testosterone and melanin and all that chi and holy breath. You know what I'm saying? There'd be two or more coming together. That's 100, it could be thousands saints. You know what I mean? So an angel, you know what I mean? The ranks and angels. So that's that peaceful protest, and peaceful protest support is where others may have a peaceful protest and we support them. We come out and we just stand in support.